Graeme Kenna.
Mail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Hussain here. Once again, leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record, and I have been doing so since the 10th of October 2023. Today is the 11th of June 2024, and with a short stint of not leaving your messages from the 24th of March, I believe, until the 9th of May. I've been leaving yourself a daily message asking you to give an explanation of yourself and why you're holding my brother captive and hostage like this. I was explaining to Chris Browell on the messages just now that even when you, the local authority, had criminally convicted me and sent me to prison, I could still speak to my brother over the telephone. Right now, my brother, we are his family, me and my sister in Oldham. Those other three individuals that are siblings, they are clearly privately commissioned by you as your lackeys. Your council tenant Shida B, who you've utilised in the murder of our mother, our brother, a nefarious brother Adalat, who you've been utilising, who's financially been exploiting us, and our sister Halda, whose son Shakil, you are providing mental health care services to, just like our brother who has mental health problems. So, like those are not Talib's family. We are Talib's family, and we've not been able to see him until the 3rd of 300 days later, until the 3rd of June. And that was a complete diabolical scheme of yourself to find a pretext to prevent me from seeing my brother now that the bail conditions have been removed, which you had instructed the local West Yorkshire police to do. No police officer can arrest me and put bail conditions to not me see my brother without any evidence or without being anything proven in court. All you've really done is just basically look to hijack and abuse your position of power and authority. Once again, leaving yourself another daily message asking you to engage with me to resolve the situation, because the religious festival of Eid is coming up. What provisions have you made for my brother? I mean, you're claiming to be the city of culture, yet you've made no provisions for my brother in a care home run by English people, where he's explaining to me there's nobody that speaks his language, nobody that can engage with him. There's no other residents that are speaking his language. He did not have access to any religious artifacts or religious facilities. You've put him in a place where he's not been able to leave, where in my care he was leaving out all the time. You've mentioned that you put a deprivation of liberty order. You can't just pull words out and state I've not been involved in any deprivation of liberty. You've just simply decided one day through your own volition, when the situation was getting too hot and I was looking to expose the fraud and corruption and the clear villainy and tyranny that was taking place in the court proceedings, that there's clear fraud taking place while you, the local authority, were privately commissioning out the judges and the judiciary. How are you going to resolve this? How are you going to even live with yourself when you know the fact that that's what you've been doing? You buy off with prostituting judges in order to achieve your objectives, to get orders rubber stamped that are for your benefit, and you're still failing, and you're still not able to do anything properly, and it's costing you £1 million a day right now. And I'm asking you to engage with me. What's the problem? Have I been verbally abusive or aggressive? No, I haven't. I'm very cool, calm, and collected because I know I'm going to charge you £1 million a day. So why would I be aggressive for? Why brothers being aggressive would be aggressive if you explain to him his situation. You've got nobody that speaks his language. You're not meeting his cultural needs. You're holding him hostage and detaining him and falsely imprisoning him. If I had done half of the things that you've done to my brother in the last 9 months, I would be locked up and banged up for over a decade. You are getting away with blue bloody murder. You've murdered my father in 2009. You've murdered my older brother in 2014. You've just murdered my mother in January 2022, and now all you're doing is plotting and planning and conspiring to murder my brother Talib, or by giving him slow poison. He's mentioned to me that you've been giving him medication without his consent and without his will, and forcibly stating that he's got diabetes. I'm trying to engage with you on a daily basis. Why are you refusing to engage with me? Why are you refusing to speak with me? The festival of Eid's coming up. I want to be able to see my brother. My brother needs to be released from your cruel care and custody. My understanding is that the care provider is going to be terminating the contract with yourself, and of course they're going to be terminated. They're going to run and hide now because they've been abusing my brother, and there's been nothing I've been able to do about it because of your complicity in this. You have also orchestrated a situation that's detrimental to both me and my brother, that's clearly to your financial benefit and advantage. This is one of the reasons that you're refusing to engage with me, but whilst in the background you're colluding and conspiring with organisations that you have a relationship with, namely West Yorkshire Police, namely the Department of Work and Pensions, namely the Courts and Tribunal Services, namely the judges, namely the Public Guardian, all of these organisations, including the Care Quality Commission and the Information Commissioner's Office, all work to your tune. So you all collude and conspire to set together a narrative and an agenda that's detrimental to both me and my brother. I'm asking you to let me just speak to my brother. You let me speak to him on the 30th of May, 31st of May, 1st of June, 2nd of June. I spoke to him on the telephone without issue. There was no issue of concern. You were basically looking to manufacture a situation and a scenario to prevent me from speaking to my brother after spending 9 months on a police bail to prevent me from speaking to my brother after you had unlawfully abducted him and incarcerated him so you could save on cost and money. So you had achieved that. Now the police couldn't find anything, so 9 months later they had to desperately had to begrudgingly release me from police bail so I could speak to my brother. Now that I've spoken to him, you've now tried to concoct a situation and a scenario which could justify me not seeing my brother again on some ludicrous assertions that my brother was being aggressive and you're going to find something else to do now. Eid's coming up. I want to speak to my brother. I mean, while you, the local authority, enjoy your holidays, my brother's not been on a holiday for a number of years. I remind myself that I took my brother on holiday in 2019. So he's not been on holiday since then because you've kept on pursuing legal and litigation actions in one court or another, preventing me from taking my brother on holiday. And also, you've stolen all his DWP benefit money. This is all horrendous, the actions that you're committing, and I urge you and I implore you to get in touch with me and speak to me on this matter rather than being pusillanimously cowardice and hiding behind the corporate veil and pushing me through a system that you've designed for me to fail in and for you that's designed to protect and safeguard your own anonymity so you can commit acts of villainy and tyranny and cruelty against me and my brother and then ironically claim to be a city of culture, benevolent and egalitarian, when the reality is that you are anything but that. You are torturing my brother. My brother was quite clearly being tortured, and for that torturing of a vulnerable person, and like I said, I'm charging you £1 million a day. It's up to around £308 million right now. Money that you don't even have. You don't even have £1 million to pay for penalties, much like Birmingham Council that's going bankrupt for their illegalities. You're similarly, you are morally corrupt and you will soon be financially corrupt and bankrupt. And in the meantime, in your dying breath, you're trying to continue to vilify and tyrannize me. I urge you to contact me ASAP so I can speak to resolve this matter rather than being cowardice and hiding behind the corporate veil. But most importantly, I need to speak to my brother.
Approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you finish recording, press the hash key.
Once again, Mr. Kenna, time is getting the better of me, and I look to wrap up this call, this voice message. But how many voice messages have I left here? I mean, you, the local authority, are claiming to be a benevolent and egalitarian and open and transparent. How exactly are you being open and transparent when you're refusing to engage with me, refusing to resolve the situation? You're holding my brother hostage. You've made me homeless for the second time now. You've dismantled the care home that I was operating under, and you've bought off the judges and the judiciary and the courts and the tribunal services. Also, you can achieve your narrative, which is falling apart desperately every single day. And I've seen the quality of care that I'm being delivered to my brother. There is no such thing as a deprivation or liberty order in place, because there was not done with any of the family's involvement, namely myself.
Sorry, but you've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. If you are happy with your message, press 4. Message sent.